Good afternoon from about 10 miles south of Superior, Arizona. We're either on state trust land or national forest, not really sure, but it is public land. And we're looking at Axe Butte. So this looks like a cool climb. It's gonna be pretty steep. We should have about 1,500 feet of elevation gain up to the summit, and not too much distance at all. So there look to be two potential routes, one going straight up to that saddle gap up there, and then the other way over here. We made it to the base of what looks to be the steeper section. So we got to do a little bit of scrambling, and then looks like more uphill, steeper uphill up to the right up there, the saddle over on that side. We'll probably skip the left way just because it looks pretty brushy. So actually going that way would take us to the left route, the more shaded gully with a lot of vegetation. We're going to stick to right, head up this way. Okay, Patrick and I were just at the saddle and we started up that way. So on the other side of this rock face. And there is probably a class 5 section, I would say. It's definitely, I would think, class 4. We're not gonna chance it unless we absolutely have to. So we came down and we're gonna head over this way. And this is on the west side of the mountain to see if this works.
We're doing it.
So far we're doing it. We just came from that way. And let me show you what's behind me. So we'll head up right here and then off to the left. Hopefully this will work. What do you think so far?
This is a really cool one. I mean, it's nice because you just get all your elevation gain out of the way. It actually feels, compared to like what we did those two last peaks, I actually feel better on this one.
Feels cooler, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's a summit right there. So we're skirting the rest of this part of the ridge, and then we'll take the ridge, it looks like, straight up. All right, well, the ridge proved too much for us. There were two different routes, but both of them we did not want to chance. So we came back to right around that saguaro, down climbed, and now we're below the ridge. And this should be okay. We should make it from here, hopefully. So this is looking the other way, and it's definitely more gentle slopes up this side, up to the summit. All right, this is where we were on the ridge, right up there. So we would either have to down climb that, which looks worse in person than on camera, or across this rock, and there's pretty much a sheer cliff on the other side. Get down to there and then down. That would work, but I think we made the right decision. So it's onward up to the summit. It should just be a little bit further from here. All right, yeah, here's the knife edge ridge, and then it is some crazy drop over here. I'm not getting any closer than this. I'm sticking the camera out with my hand, but yeah, we definitely didn't want a chance going around on this side because one wrong move and you're gone. Patrick and I made it to the summit of Axe Butte. We did about 1,700 feet of elevation gain in 1.13 miles. We kind of had to backtrack here and there and do a little bit of extra climbing and whatnot, but we made it. This is kind of looking southwest. There's Newman Peak. I'll point out what I can here as long as it's not too hazy. I can see some other peaks I know further out, but it's pretty hazy. And then the 4 peaks here. If it looks like a big thunderstorm or something further north. There's the top of King's Crown Peak. I think we did that 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, beginning of 2020. And then a nice view of the Pinals, south of Globe. There's a big mine over there. The highway goes by it on the way down to Kearney, I think it's called, Kearney. And then I think way out in the distance is Mount Graham. That's probably it. I think I'm seeing part of Pinnacle Ridge too, maybe. And then spinning southeast, there is the beautiful Mount Lemmon. Down there is the Gila River Valley. A lot of washes flowing into it, and then you can tell where the river is with all the green, or at least where it flows the most. So the north face is a pretty steep drop, not too far in front of me. Well, down there is my brother Josh's 4Runner, which he kindly let us borrow for this hike. The road really wasn't too bad for the first couple miles. My car would have made it to there, and then once you branched off, I think it was White Canyon Road, it got a little rougher. But we would have walked it if we had to, but his car made it with no problems to there, and it really wasn't too bad at all. It's actually a pretty decent road. All right, here's one more look at the ridge from up here, and then we'll just get down a little bit and then skirt half of it anyway, get back to the saguaro. All right, Patrick just made it up the point where we descended off the ridge and then skirted the ridge to the, I guess, southwest. On the way up, we came from over there. We skirted a little bit of this stuff right here, made it over to our left now. And then here's the ridge that you go up, but you have to skirt unless you want to do some class 5 sections up there, but you skirt it to the southwest too. Anyway, we made it to this tiny little gap right here, and we're going to take this gully down, the one that we were looking at on the way up. So this doesn't look like it'll have any problems, just more vegetated. It's shady, so we're going to just have to play it a little bit cautious with potential snakes, but it's still pretty hot, so hopefully we'll be fine. We'll make it back to the point we ascended up and then get back down from there. Okay, so our ascent route was to the right, up to that saddle up there. We had to go around a couple climbing sections, couple sections on the ridge. Our descent route was right from that saddle down through the vegetation, back to the middle, and then down to here. So if you want to save yourself time and potentially effort too, just take the left. It works perfectly fine. All right, well, it's not the greatest sun angle now, but Patrick and I are all finished up with Battle Axe Butte. We ended up getting just 2.1 miles, almost 1,700 feet of elevation gain, 2 hours and 45 minutes, and another beautiful desert peak. So the elevation is 3531, I think, and 931 feet of prominence. So it's a pretty short peak, but definitely fun. Anyway, that's it here from Battle Axe Butte. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.